Back in the late 90s, the company Working Designs published some of the greatest games ever made. Lunar, Alundra, Silhouette Mirage, just to name a few. Today, I want to focus on two very special games released for the PS2 under the Working Designs Ultra Series moniker. First up, Silpheed: The Lost Planet. As with Silhouette Mirage, this game was developed by Game Arts along with Treasure, one of my all-time favorite game designers. It was released in 2001. The story seems overcomplex for a shoot 'em up. I just want to shoot shit, let's go! But if you are interested, it can be found on the game's Wikipedia page. The gameplay is your standard shoot 'em up, in that you're a ship shooting waves of enemies. You get rewarded with weapons after each stage and score enough points. The fact that you get your points multiplied the closer you are to your enemy when you shoot it is pretty original. The level seems short because you only fight a few waves in between each boss or sub-boss. It's also not too fast, and that's a good thing when there's so much coming at you. There's also no slowdown, something retro shmup fans like myself aren't that used to. You can equip 9 different weapons that can be used on either side of your ship, fired separate or together. This game is very hard. I mean, it's a shmup. How many aren't? At first it doesn't seem challenging, but it ramps up very fast. The graphics are superb. After playing shmups on mostly the SNES and Genesis for so long, it's easy to get blown away by this. The music is really good. Instrumental guitar stuff, that always makes you smile. The overabundance of bosses and very few regular enemies is one of its only weaknesses. The bosses are very challenging and most have multiple forms, so it's always like you're fighting one. You have a whole life bar before it's game over, so that's very generous compared to most shooters. You can also save your progress on the memory card, that is if you can pass the first stage, obviously. The game is really fun. There are a lot of cheat codes to be found online as well if you just want to have fun playing with the good stuff. The other game I want to talk about is Gungriffon Blaze. It was released on the PS2 in 2000. It was developed solely by Game Arts, and it is the third installment of the Gungriffon series. It's a super complex mech simulator that takes place in the year 2016. Hey, there's 4 months left this year. It could happen, right? This game is so customizable, even down to the pilot's age, weight, and even blood type. You have a wide variety of weapons and upgrades as well. This sim is very thorough. The gameplay is simple. You run around and shoot stuff as a mech. You can even fly and glide for short periods of time also. It has different missions that can be played in any order, all with its own set difficulty. The practice stage is just that, practice. And the first mission is pretty easy also. It gets crazy hard on the second mission. I got stuck and had to wait for the time to run out, so that's a problem.
Over time limit.
The graphics are amazing. It's Game Arts, they always make visually pleasing games. The music is okay, but nothing stands out from it. Every level has a strict set of objectives, but I find it just as fun to walk around and blow shit up until the time expires. This is not a pick up and play game, and it's definitely not for everyone. I'm sure with a lot of time and dedication you can get very deep into this game. It has a lot of potential, but like I said before, it's not for the majority. I highly recommend Silpheed. It looks beautiful on the PS2. It's lots of fun to play, and it's treasure. I can't really recommend Gungriffon though, unless you got a lot of time on your hands. There are a lot of other mech games on SNES and Genesis that are way less complex, but they don't look as nice. So that's the Working Designs Ultra Series for PS2. They're still pretty cheap and easy to find. If you like this video, check out our other game reviews, and please like and subscribe.